we have the laptop all stripped down. Let's just get rid of these. Just put these to one side. We have this all stripped down now, and what I'm going to do is just go over this with a brush, a synthetic brush. That I have lost again. There we go. I'm just going to go over this with a brush just to get any dust out that we don't need. I'm just going to clean these speakers because they are a bit dusty. Take these out. And just give them a clean. Let's get a toothbrush onto these. There we go, that looks like new. Let's do it to this side. And there we go. We can then put that back into there. Let's just dust this off. Now what I'm going to do is put this battery in. This is a very good design, as it goes into the speaker and then it passes through the speaker to the motherboard. So let's just push that in. There we go. And this is a water battery. 7.2 volts, 15 milliamp hours, and it is a NI-MH battery 6/V15H. So I can get a new replacement for that, but at the moment it's still holding a very good charge. So let's screw this back in. Then we can get onto the interesting part and change out the CPU for this nice new shiny one, which is a 1.7 GHz Pentium M, and this is a 1.3 GHz Pentium M. Unfortunately, I don't have any memory upgrades in my bag of memory sticks, so if anyone wants to donate any DDR laptop memory sticks to the channel, I would be really grateful. I'm happy to take any donations, any old hardware that people would like to donate, stop it from going to e-waste. I might, if I can get enough viewers, enough subscribers, and enough donations, maybe I could start doing some mail call videos like Adrian Black does, and it would be a British version from the UK and not in America. I really love watching Adrian's Adrian's Digital Basement and Adrian's Digital Basement 2. So I will leave his channel links in my description. There is a lot of other channels that I like to watch as well, like Cat and Andrew, RMC The Cave. There's just too many to mention. Tech Tangents. I will leave their channels in my video links, just so you can go and check their channels out. They are quite awesome. Did I tighten this up? I can't remember if I tightened it up or not. Yes, I did. There we go. Now that's nice and tight. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of thermal paste on. We don't need a lot. That should be enough. We can put the lid back on there and put you away. Now we just need to clean this heatsink off. Just a little wipe over with some IPA, which is already on this tissue. Just give it a full wipe over, and then we can place it up here. And then we want to screw these in from corner to corner. So 1, 2. Oh, actually, right there, one moment. I'm doing this backwards. So let me just leave that there a moment. We need to get this fan, and we need to put, let me just see if I can move this over a little bit. There we go. There's a fan connector which goes on here to the CPU, and then we can put this oh, come on. We can get that lined up. It was fighting me there for a moment. So, we want to screw these in corner to corner, just so it spreads evenly. And when you hear the click, that means it's tightened. Don't worry, you haven't broken anything. These screws don't seem to go flush. I have no idea why. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. There we can get this screwed up, screwed into place with these M2 screws. There's one. These are actually M2 6mm, I believe. So I ordered some of these screws off Amazon just for this laptop. But they support other laptops as well. Let's have a look. M2 10mm, I believe they are. Yes, they are 10mm M2. As M2.5 are too big; they don't fit into the threads. Now, I'm pretty sure there's meant to be something there to cover the airflow, so it goes out of the air vent here, which at some point has got very hot and melted. So I'm not sure if I can get some Capcom type, I think it's called. I'll have to order some and then put some over there, as this seems like it's quite a distance from the cooler, so we need to bridge this up. I do believe it could be normal. Okay, so next part we are on is we need to install this heatsink, which is for the GPU, so we can go ahead and line this up, and hopefully it will go in there without fighting. Okay, I think it goes something like that. Okay, so these sit on top of here. Okay, the bottom one must sit on top, because I can't get it to go under there. Underneath. I can't get it to go. Oh, is it now underneath? Yes, but no, that's not lining up there. There we go. That must sit on top then. Is that how it transfers its heat? I'm not entirely sure. And we can't push them down. Oh, there we go. Maybe we can push them down just so it fits. I'm not entirely sure if it doesn't want to. There we go. I should be able to push that up now, and that should be able to sit down there, but it doesn't want to again. Every time I get it into place, it falls back out, and the laptop is sliding everywhere, so it doesn't help. There we go. Is that right? I think so. I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's try and get it screwed in. Let's screw these ones in first. I do believe they are these silver ones. These silver screws and not the black ones, so I need to take that out. Okay, so let's screw these two in first. And there we go. Now we need the power button. Where we'll put the power button screw is here. So now we need to get this seated. There we go. Now we can screw these in. This laptop uses most of the same screws all the way through, even in the chassis underneath. Okay, so these screws are different. So I guess these ones are shorter. I haven't got a manual for this laptop, so I'm just guessing. I have got a very forgetful memory when I'm taking out screws, so I think I need to invest in a magnetic holder for screws, so I know where they come from. That one even feels too tight. So what could it be? Which screws could it be? I've got these two small ones here. I think it might be these two. I'm an idiot. I don't like making mistakes. That's better. And now we just screw this one into here, and that's all that's done. How far is that even still screwing in? Yes, it is. Okay, so all that's done. Now we can go ahead and put the CD drive back in. Okay, and now we need to put the top cover back on. We need to get these wires through here. Now, I went ahead and cleaned this mouse off camera. It was full of gunk. I did record it, but I lost the footage. So there's no point in me cleaning it again because it's already clean. So I've just done the rest of it off camera. So I didn't feel like recording it again. It annoyed me. So now we're just going to screw. I don't believe you have to screw these two in first. And then we can get the screen screwed in place. Hopefully we can fix that wobbliness. Okay, well that one doesn't want to go in, so we'll try this one. No, that's not going into anything at all, so I can see it. I think that's actually for the keyboard, I'm not sure. But I definitely know this one has a screw. That locks the case into place. So I'm not sure what goes there. Now we can get the screen installed. So let me just grab these screws, and then we can just put them on here for now. So we can get the screen. Yes, look. One goes on top of there. No, sorry, that's the same one. I'm looking at the same screw hole. Sorry. Now we can try and screw these screws in. I need to find the right ones, as these are just a little bit shorter than the normal screws that go in here. And you have to be really delicate, gentle when you're screwing in these screws, as they are easy to strip off. So be very gentle when you're screwing them in. Do not use any hand tools. Just use a manual screwdriver. Don't use a drill or anything like that, as they are very easy to strip off. Which I found out the hard way. Get yourself a magnetic screwdriver as well, because things like to fall in little holes. There we go. Now we are almost done. We just need to secure it to the case. And that one, that's not the right screw because it's not sitting flush in there. There's a little lip, and I don't like it, because that means it's not going to stay closed. I don't think it's that one. That's two. Let's have a look. Let's measure these up. Could it be that one? Let's try that one. Okay, that looks a bit better. It doesn't look as flush as this one here. There is a little gap underneath it. So I might have to use one of these screws from in here. I'm not sure what size screw it is. So I'm just going to guess. And hopefully we can find the right screw together. Right, first I'm going to choose the M2.5 6mm. I'm just going to choose this one first and see how that goes. And it's going to drop in there again. This is very annoying. I hate these little holes. I really do. Okay, that's got in there nice and flush. So it's a 2.5 6mm. Could have put, I don't know if the 8mm screws would have gone in there more better. But we can try. So I want the best for this laptop. So I'm just going to try one of those 8mm in this side, and if it doesn't sit flush, no, it's definitely not an 8mm because it's not sitting flush there. So it's 6mm M 2.5 6mm seems to be the right ones for the screen. So to get another one. And then we can put that, screw that into there. So it's still not secured down yet because the underneath needs securing. So that's done for these screws at the moment. So what we can do now is get this VGA LCD cable connected up, and that should be easy. Just slide it in there and push down gently, and then we can feed it all the way around these little cable holders that Dell have kindly put in. And then we have the Wi-Fi antenna, which is inside the screen. And these are very awkward to get in. There we go. There's one. We can push you in there. There you go. And now we need to connect the aux wire. And there we go. That's that one done. Now what goes there? That's what I want to know. And we connect that mouse button, which seems very loose. We have the DVD drive here, which isn't fully. Can we push that down? No, that should be fine. Okay, so now we just move these screws off here, and then we can get the keyboard connected. Let's put these here. And we get the keyboard. Make sure we haven't forgot to connect anything else. And this can be a bit fiddly, so just be very careful about the ribbon cable. And there we go. Push that down. And then this just slides in. This can also be very fiddly. See, it's not going. You need to. It doesn't want to clip into place for some reason. There's some clips here, and this one just does not want to go in to that clip. Right, it's there, but it just doesn't want to push down, as you can see. I'm not sure. Oh, there's a screw there. Oh, there we go. Thank you, keyboard, for showing me that screw. That was very nice. Okay, so now we need to get 2 small screws. So I'm going to go with M2 4mm and see if that fits in. no, that's too small. So it's not an M2, is it an M2? M2.5 millimeter. Let's try that. So there's one. Sorry about the background noise. Van decides it wants to reverse. I'll try and get rid of that. Okay, so we're now those fitting nicely. So that's done for the screws at the moment. And now we can just place this over. And then we can, well, that screen movement already feels a lot better already. Now we can turn this over and get everything connected up underneath here. So what we're going to start with first is the Wi-Fi card, which is, what does it say? Manufacturing date, the 8th, 08 2404, so I guess that's 2004, of the 8th month, which is August, 24th of August, and the model is a Intel WM3A 200BG. This was very common in a lot of laptops back then. Most laptops I have this sort of revision of card. Some have smaller revisions, but most of them was kept the same. So we're going to connect the main antenna just here. The main goes here and the auxiliary goes here. Okay. It's very fiddly to get on, so sorry if you can't see much at the moment. There we go. Finally on. That's a lot. That's very fiddly, especially if you have big fingers. Let's try and hide that down there as best as I can, so it doesn't get in the way. Next, we're going to install the memory stick, which is a 512 megabyte memory stick. Make sure it's pushed in all the way, as these do fit in one way, but if you don't push them in, let me just show you, this side does it best, as I found out before. As you can see, look, it fits in, but these they don't actually close, but to the natural eye you'd think that that's in, but it's actually not. For some reason this B slot here, and just it's also very hard to get back out. This B slot, you have to lift it up and then push, so you leave it clicking, whereas this side it doesn't. I don't think this side does it. You can just push it straight in like that and push it down. Now I did that once with the dim B slot, and I went to pair the laptop on and it wouldn't pair on. It was just flashing a green light at me. And then we're just going to screw this in. Then we can put the battery in and make sure it's still got charge, which it has. And then we can go ahead and put all these screws into the correct holes. I remember having one of these laptops when I was younger at school. It was quite common, especially when 2005. That's when I was at school, high school. These laptops was very common. They're not the fastest laptops, but they got work done which needed to be done at school. We only use like Microsoft Office, PowerPoint and that, browsing the internet. Back then, YouTube was 2005. Back then, YouTube was just becoming a thing. So let's just get. I need a few more of these screws, I believe. Those ones are all stripped, so I'm just going to use some more of these in here. Some new ones. And I think that is all of those screws. Yes, it is. What I do need to get is the cover for this Wi-Fi card and the HDD caddy. Those are on order from eBay, and one is off AliExpress. So I'm just waiting for those to come through at the moment. Didn't arrive in time for me to get this video out, but when they arrive I will do a follow-up video and I will show you this laptop getting the covers it deserves. I probably think it feels naked without having those covers. And this will be the first time since I've had this laptop that it's got all of its bottom chassis screws in. Because when I first bought it off eBay a few years ago, it didn't have any sort of screws. And it was all flimsy. Okay, that's it. And it was all creaky and things, the plastic was creaking. That's why there was a crack at the back of the laptop. Because of all the stress of opening the screen without no support. There we are, just on the home run. And then this Dell D505 is almost fully restored, and it's had an upgrade, a new processor. I've read online and in the manual that it can support up to 2 GB of memory, so that's something I'm going to be looking to do in a future video, as getting DDR1 memory is quite expensive these days, or SD-RAM as it's called. I don't know, I think there's a difference. Is there a difference between SD-RAM and DDR? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so that is all those screws screwed in. We just need to secure this DVD drive bay. No, we don't want it that far. We just want it to there. That is the laptop all put back together. And now let's open it up. I hope you can see. The screen is now more flimsy. There was a bit of play there, but that is normal. Keyboard is all shiny. Next we will power it on and see if that new CPU works. Okay, here goes the first power on test. Let's hope it all goes well. Okay, we have live, and we have a red, a green flashing light. Let's try that again. Now I believe that this could be a memory problem, so let me just go and try and reseat the memory and we can try again. Okay, it turns out that the memory was not actually seated correctly. However, I don't know if it's still going to give me that green flashing light ever. So let's go ahead and pair it on together with the whole of YouTube. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, we have some sort of life. Haha, there we go. Look at that. Can we get into the BIOS? Let's see if that CPU has been detected. There is a CD in the drive. Not sure what CD that is. Invalid configuration information. Please run setup program. Time of day not set. Please run setup program. Strike the F1 key to continue or F2 to run the setup utility. We are going to strike F2. And just look at that. We now have 1.70 GHz CPU. Pentium M at 1.70 GHz. Level 2 cache, we have 2048 KB, and the video controller stayed the same, only now we only have 1 MB of video memory. Can we change that? What time is it now? It is now 12:11 AM, and the date is May. How do we change that? May the 2nd, 2024, and that should be fine. Now the keyboard feels a lot more stable to use. Okay, how do we change? Oh, it's Alt and P, so I'll just press Alt and P. We have a diskette drive, which we don't have, so we can disable that. Internal HDD, we don't have a USB storage device, so we can disable that. Boot post anymore. Forward to perform a complete suite of hardware checks at post. Compatible boot speed 1.70 GHz. We have 8 MB. Wireless is installed. Wireless is also on. Serial port, infrared data port. We have that on COM2. USB emulation is all enabled. Battery is 81% charged and it is discharging, so it is at least holding its charge. Okay, we have also have brightness. Work Intel speed step. Disable it, puts it in the lowest performance state where possible. No, we don't want that. We don't want it in the lowest performance state. We don't want no passwords, and that is everything. So now we can press escape to exit, save changes and reboot, and there we go. I'm not sure if there is a BIOS update for this laptop, but we'll have a look. Now it's not going to boot into Windows like I said. It does have the activation lock. The amount of system memory is changed to F1 to continue. But overall, I am happy with how the restoration has turned out. It's now not all floppy when I pick it up. It's nice and solid. Before I was scared of it falling apart. And now, as you can see, the restoration is complete. I guess you could call this a trash to treasure. This is going to be the end for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. The next video, part 2 of this laptop, is going to be reinstalling Windows. Let me know in the comments what Windows you would like me to see install on this laptop. Now there is some sources on Google that state Windows 98 can be run on this laptop. Someone has compiled some drivers for Windows 98 for this laptop, so I'm going to explore more about that before I start my next video. Or we can just go down the route of Windows NT, Windows ME, or Windows XP. Or we could stick Windows XP Starter on here because it's got low memory. We can see how that goes. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. I really like it when you subscribe. Also, leave a comment down in the comment section. And thank you and goodbye from me. Okay.